A lot of time when we are discussing generative AI, we only focus on the development on the coding side of the equation, and we tend to forget that intuitively, generative AI could be a lot helpful in the design creation or the user experience canvas. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through Galileo AI, which is a very powerful website, and it allows you to create custom web pages or mobile application screens on the fly. Currently logged in the free tier, so there are certain limitations to the canvas that I'm creating. Now, as you can see, on the home page, there are certain web pages and mobile applications which are featured. These are the design which are created using this particular website. So without further ado, I'll go to text to UI and try to create my first design. Now, as you can see, I can choose between a web or a mobile interface and describe my idea. I intend to create a food panda sort of an app, but just to showcase as an example. So this is the prompt that I'm going to use. And since I'm logged in the free tier, I only have access to the public tier, which means the images that I'm going to create, others can view it, but I can also have private repository if I'm in the standard or other tier. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and click generate. As you can see, the bot is now creating multiple variations of the design that I asked for. As you can see, the design have been rendered. Now in my particular prompt, I asked for a hamburger, which I find only in the right-hand design. Another thing is that I asked for a slider and circular designs or images in circular design. I see that this is the case in the middle design, but just scroll down and showcase you what the app or the bot has created for me. Again, on the right-hand design, you can see that there is a map also included. Now, the good part here is that not only I can edit it, which means I can use prompt to further tweak the design, I also have access to Figma design, which is the most important part for the design creation process, that I have access to Figmas and then I can edit all of these elements. That is something I'm going to leave it for the designers to explore themselves, but just to give rise to the notion that this is a very strong website and it allows you to create images on the fly, and at least from an inspiration perspective. The second thing that I'll showcase, the second feature, is images to UI. So now in the image to UI, I'm first going to select the web interface because the image that I intend to create is for the web page of a website. I'm going to upload an image. This is an image that I drew using paper and pencil. Now just to describe this image, it is intended to be the web page of a hospital website. I'm going to give it the name of Doc Who, and as you can see, I've written down some of the text in the image. And I want to see how much of this text can be handled by the platform. So at the top, we have a banner, an image, and then we have sliders. Below that, we have a pie chart and a histogram, and at the footer, we have some links. Over here, I'm going to describe the complete layout as it is. And in the theme, we can select color palettes, dark or light mode, corner radius, and even the fonts. And in the paid tier, you would have more control on these options. And lastly, in the variations, I'm going to select 2. And depending upon the number of variation that I seek for, the characters are going to be consumed. So I'll go ahead and provide the design input in terms of describing the whole web page layout. And now I'll click generate. The system is thinking it through. So the designs are now rendered. This is not exactly what I described for, but there are a few positive elements of this. The first thing is that in the input image, I provided Doc Who. It was understood as it is with the logo. The histogram is being generated, which is a good thing. Maybe I can use some pieces of it. And in the footer, we can also see that there are a few links, and the about button and info button is exactly as how I described it. So maybe I need to work on some variation, and I need to define it more closely. And the good thing is here is that the system understands, the system conveys back what it understood. So I can always go ahead and tweak it a bit. Now my first design wasn't really successful. What I'm going to do is to upload the same design with some tweaks and then provide different instructions just to see whether we are able to achieve the desired output or not. So now in this particular design, as you can see, wherever there were images, I've darkened them. I've also provided a bit of instruction in terms of where the links are supposed to be. And in the prompt, I'm going to specify that this is a hospital management website, but wherever you find the dark areas, rectangles, you swap them or you replace them with the medical sciences images. Again, I'll go for 2 variations, click generate. Now this time around, as you can see, we have a much better layout because we provided the right instruction. We asked for a high fidelity design, and now we have proper histogram, bar chart, histogram. We have also got stain touch in this design, and the images are also being incorporated. So let me click on each one of them just to showcase you the high resolution images which are being generated by the tool. Again, info about is being kept, doc who is also in place, and now we have the real life images, the medical images. This is the second layout which is being created, book an appointment exactly as how I described it to be in my original design, and now we have actual images again. So I think this is a very powerful tool, and this can be harnessed in terms of creating Figma design from scratch very quickly, and this is going to give rise to the productivity. So I hope you like it, and I'll be back with another AI video. Thank you.